Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada, and today we have for you the 2022 Canadian Championship, bringing you the finals. Vancouver versus Toronto FC, the grudge match, the rivalry, East Coast versus West Coast. This is what it's all about. We love facing TFC. They're one of our major rivals. The other Canadian teams, we've all got that rivalry spirit about us, but it's always special to play TFC because they're usually pretty good. This year, maybe a little bit down. They're in 12th position currently, but there's still plenty of time to recover. There's still a whole quarter of the season left to go. And they're not doing too badly. They do have 38 points on the season. A couple of spots behind us, actually. We've got 40 points on the season, so it's not like we're doing tremendously. We have managed to hold on to our 4th place in the Western Conference, even though, if we go to the schedule, you can see that our woes in MLS continue. We have gone winless in July in MLS. Sort of the dog days of summer have gotten to us. Our only win is a 2-0 victory over Ottawa in the Canadian Championship. So, time to bounce back and time to get a big win here in the Canadian Championship. There's just no way around it. So let's get to it. Match preview. TFC versus Vancouver. Here we go. TFC are 6-4 favorites. They're coming in excellent form currently. 4 wins and 1 draw, no losses in their last 5. Meanwhile, we're in inconsistent form, 3 draws, a loss, and a win in our last 5. However, playing against TFC, we've got 5 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in our last 8 matches versus TFC. So we've kind of dominated this rivalry for a couple of years now, and we'll see if TFC can get something back here. We do have a lot of injuries, of course, as per usual. Reed is out. Haywood has been out all season. Hakkinen is doubtful. Godinho just got food poisoning. Our woes at right back continue. Even though we brought in every right back in Canada, they're just cycling in and out of the lineup, injury after injury after injury. Now we're down to food poisoning. They're trying to get out of the lineup. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, we're playing at home, so it's kind of odd not to be the favorites at home. That doesn't bode well. Got 28,000 tickets sold of 54,000 capacity. Breezy and 78 degrees, so it's a nice day out, but whatever. Jesse March is now the head coach of TFC. We had some words in the press this week. We don't have any sort of relationship. He just took over TFC this year after a short run in Stuttgart. 2 years there. Sort of used his Red Bull Leipzig connections, I guess, to go over to Germany. And, he coached from 2019 to 2022 in Germany. And now he's back in MLS, taking over Toronto FC. So we shall find out, if he's still got it, if he still understands what MLS is all about. He tends to use counterattacks. He tends to use man marking in the offside trap. He likes that high-pressure style, so we'll see what we can do. He tends not to sit back and protect a lead, so if he does get a lead, we might be able to come out and do something. Anyway, let's get to our team selections here. You can see I'm going to go with the Z formation for the first leg, just to see what's what against old Jesse. Maybe we should sit back, but I don't know. So far, the Z formation has worked in Canadian Championship, and I've been struggling with the other formations in MLS. So I'm going to stick with this one and see what we can do here. Let's submit our team. Nowinski and Stankovic are lacking match sharpness. As I said, our fullbacks keep getting injured. Our right fullback specifically. So Nowinski has not had many matches recently, so he's not fit. All right, so Toronto is matching us with a 4-2-3-1. Bono in goal. They're playing mostly their starters here. Garza, Birnbaum, Mansilla, Camilo Mansilla, 6.87 rating. Here's our newly minted Canadian right back, Oro, 26 appearances, 3 assists. So that's pretty good from the fullback position. Michael Bradley still hanging around. Nanoka, nearly suspended. I'm not familiar with Nanoka. 24-year-old Brazilian. Came in last year for $1.1 million. Played 35 games last year. 1 goal, 2 assists. Okay. So they got their money's worth, I guess, at least in appearances, if not production. Haji Wright on the left side, playing well, 5 goals, 3 assists. Osorio, of course, in the middle, 5 goals. Aquinola on the right, and Josie Altidore hanging on up top, 12 goals this year, 7.0 rating. So Altidore is still an excellent player, and unfortunately, he's keeping Sean Hundle out of the lineup, so that's no good. Meanwhile, we're going with mostly our starting lineup. McGee in goals, Latkovic and Nerwinski at the fullbacks, Rocco and Jaguar in central defense, Norman and Tibert. Tibert, of course, taking the captain's armband. Stankovic on the left, Senior on the right. Venuto is, his medical report came back. He was highly susceptible to injury because he's played in the last 3 matches. So he figured it's time to give him a rest. So we'll give Senior, our leading goal scorer, a trot out there. He's got 8 goals on the season. He's played all over the place. Played left side, right side, striker, target man, you name it. He's played it up top, and he's got some production. He's played very well. Hendricks is going to take the striker position. Only 2 goals in 10 starts. So we need a few more goals out of Hendricks. Let's go. Dressing room. TFC are unbeaten in the last 2. Let's end that run. Okay, we got a couple of guys who bought into that nonsense. Okay, let's close down on the people we need to close down on. Tightly mark, etc., etc., etc. Go. All right, decent crowd. Look at that. It's pretty filled in. Looks like a few more than 29,000. It's like closer maybe to 35, 40 maybe. Not a lot of empty seats, at least in the upper decks. It would be so cool if we could just, I mean, I say it, I don't know. Oh, God, Shamit Shom already took a slight injury. Pulled groin. Going to have to probably get him out of there with that. I mean, he's at 84%. But a pulled groin is really nothing to... Like, you can't run with one of those. He's going to be limping around all game. He's just going to risk injuring it. So we're going to bring Colin in. Got him in there. He scored a goal in the last Canadian Championship game. So why not get him in there, see if he can do something spectacular again. He is improving a little bit. This is probably the most he's ever improved since we've got him. He just hasn't been somebody who's trained well or just improved in general. So the fact that he's improving now is pretty good. You know, this usually happens after mid-season. Our schedule calms down and our players start to train better and train more and start to improve. The ones who aren't playing, that is. The ones who are playing still can improve some, but it's just so difficult when you're not training. All right, this is fine. You know, nil at home is fine. You know, we just keep them from getting away goals. Everybody's happy. They do have 53% of possession, but not a lot of shots going on. We've got 2 shots. They've got 3. None on target for us, 1 on target for them. No clear-cut chances, of course, not with those stats. Looks like they're controlling the ball mostly in the middle of the field. They've only got 7% on our side of the field, so that's fine. They're mostly just banging it around on their side of midfield. So there we go. Quick first half. Absolutely nothing happened. 3 shots apiece. Defensive struggle in midfield. Okay. Pep talk. Good spirits. Okay. We've been the better team. Sure. Who believed that? Who believed that? Norman believed that. Okay. Norman, he's got a positive attitude. That's what we like. Sounds are back. I managed to turn the sounds back on. Somehow they got turned off. So for like a month worth of recording, the sounds were turned off. That's fun. Bradley is a little tired in midfield. T-Bert likewise. T-Bert made the All-Star team, so that was cool. You know, he's played well this season. We're going to need him in the Olympics coming up, so it's good that he's having one of his best seasons this year, the year that we're going to need him. Okay, Bradley's going to be taken out here pretty soon, I have to assume. Down to 60%. I don't think he's injured. I think he's just tired. T-Bert, second yellow card. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's suspended for the next game, but it might. They still got 58% possession. 8 shots now to our 3. We haven't generated anything. Asario with a third yellow card. Okay, they've made some substitutions. Let's see who's picked here. Gomez for Asario. So they didn't... Okay, so they moved Asario down to midfield and brought in John Gomez, 19-year-old Canadian. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? He must be from their academy or something. He's got 27 under 20 caps, so I guess I just haven't been paying attention. Because we don't really coach the under 20s. Let me make sure. Going to add him to the... He's not even in the national pool. So there we go. Thanks, Toronto. Thanks for bringing that guy to my attention. Okay. Good job. T-Bert's been booked. We'll tell him to ease off. Uh-oh, here we go. First highlight of the game, really. 78 minutes. There's T-Bert. Speak of the devil. I was just about getting ready to sub him out. He's going to drop it back. We'll see what happens. This could be anybody's highlight at this point. McGee going to boot it downfield. Stankovic loses it. Akinola at midfield. Bombs it forward for Josie Altidore. He's on the run, and he scores. McGee, what were you doing, buddy? He just stood there in complete awe of Altidore. Didn't even move when he fired that shot. So, not very happy with that. Altidore just bang. Look at him. He didn't move. He didn't even flinch. He just watched. Okay, that's no good. Okay, let's pause. You know, I guess, let's go to tactics. Let's go to tactics. Okay. So I was thinking about going attack with that. Hendricks there. Senior there. Let's see. Colin down to box just because he was one of our subs. We don't want to take him off. T-Bert is a little tired. And, oh boy, we don't really have a lot of right wingers, unfortunately. Jackson O'Mell can play a little bit on the right-hand side. Yeah, he can play fine out there. Play wide target man on attack. Sure. Why not? It's fine. It's fine. How's Stankovic doing? 6.3 rating. We're just going to sub everybody. We're going to bring in Smith. You know, he's a striker by trade, but he's been playing pretty well out at the left wing. He's training there. He's training well. You can see he's already very fit out there on the left wing. Very comfortable. So Let's go. We're going to make all the changes. I mean, there's only 80 minutes. I mean, there's 80 minutes gone. So it's not like we got a ton of time left. Here we go. Nowinski. Corner. Sends it in. Toronto sends it out, and nobody goes after it. Akinola's the only one paying attention. Who's this knobhead here? Rocco. Rocco goes back to get in position, and he fails at that. Gomez down the middle. McGee with a big save. Rocco, my man. Doesn't go get the ball. Then he doesn't get back in position. Not happy. Not happy. Here we go. Garza. Rocco heads it out. Norman, this is our time. Let's go on the attack. Norman doing what he had two guys streaming down the middle, and that pass was deflected. 83 minutes. Throw-ins. Latkovic, far side. Smith wins it. Great win. His pass was awful. Nanoka gathers it in and just boots it downfield. We've had some openings, and our guys just have not paid attention. McGee, downfield. Norman can't win it. Gomez, that young man we've been looking at, making some plays, gets it out wide to Akinola. He's double covered there. Has to drop it back. Oro, Osario. You know, they've got a lot of national team players, too. It's not like... Oh, there we go. Good slide tackles, Latkovic. It's not like Toronto's got some scrubs. Right. Header over. Okay. Greg Garza off. Michael Bradley off. Let's take a look at these instructions here. Okay, how are we doing? Elliot Lord Johnson. Who are you? I feel like I've seen that name before in some reports. 19 years old, attacking left midfielder. He's all right. He's all right. We can add him to the national pool. Why not? Anybody else we should worry about here? Joe Gomez. Okay. Let's do a shout. Demand more. 88 minutes. 4 minutes of extra time. 2 minutes to go. Craig Smith injured. Yep. Yep. We don't really have anything we can do about that. Put Hendricks in there, I guess. Senior up top. That's all we got. Can we just take Smith out? Yeah, it's fine. So man down, goal down, an away goal at that. Not so good. Nowinski wins it. This is going to be it. Toronto's going to get away with a 1-0 away victory. That doesn't bode well for the Canadian Championship. All right. We only managed 4 shots. Not so good. Not so good. Dressing room, pep talk. Not happy with that at all. So it's always bad when you, like, talk about the other coach in pregame and then you don't win. So, you know, they're going to come back at you and say, like, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Craig Smith injured, out 6 for 7 weeks. Ouch. Okay. I think we're going to have to bring Timoteo back. If we can. I don't think the loan thing has ended. Schmidt Shom out 5 to 7 days. I tell you, it's been nonstop injuries. I even went to the board earlier. We'll put him on. I mean, if we put him on the disabled list, he'll be out. But then that will free up a roster spot for Timoteo. So, we'll place him on the disabled list. Sorry about that, Smith. You're done for the year, my man. Sit on the bench. I mean, there's a slim possibility he can come back. But we got 6 weeks. It's going to be close. It's cutting it real close. But anyway, we're going to pause it here, figure some stuff out, and come back for the second leg. So, pause. Okay, here we are. We're back. Second leg, Toronto versus Vancouver. In the meantime, we did have a win. How about that? Minnesota, we beat them 2-0 with an interesting lineup. We had Colin in at the right wing. Chesser was in. Hendricks, Jackson Amel, Vialva. So we had a bit of a rotated side, but they played very well. Very handily beat Minnesota. I do hate playing Minnesota sometimes because we both wear the same uniforms for whatever reason. We had our sort of slightly dark gray, and they had their sort of slightly light gray uniforms on, and we looked, it was hard to tell team apart. But anyway, we don't have that problem with Toronto. They're the favorites again. Playing at BMO Field, 35,000 out of 35,000. So it is a sellout at BMO. 73, rainy, gusty. So it might be an interesting day of weather. Warm and rainy is possibility. Okay, we'll figure that out. They're in excellent form after beating us. We're in inconsistent form after getting that one win. So we'll see if we can use that one win to our advantage. TFC starting to even things up here. They now have 3 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw in our last 9 games. Altidore, look at that, out. Fractured ribs, so that could help us out a little bit. Nanuka also out. Suspended as well on our side. T-Bert got suspended, those yellow cards I mentioned. Yeah, they got him suspended. Haywood still out. Craig Smith still out. He's going to be out forever. Jesse Marsh didn't have much to say this week. I don't really remember the press conference from this week. I don't think either one of us had much to say. So let's get to the team selection. And here we go. We're going to go with the 4-4-2. I know we're down a goal, but, we managed 2 goals against Minnesota using this. So maybe we can, get some counterattack going on. All right. Submit that team. Wait. We still have Guillard at fullback. Is that really what we want going on? I don't think so. We're going to switch our fullbacks around. We're going to bring Rocco back in on defense. Yeah. Nowinski for Guillard. That's fine. Everybody else, though, we're going to keep the same. Maybe. Jackson Amel did play well, but we need a reserve striker on the bench. Do we have any reserve strikers left? I think the only guy we got left is Hendricks. So we'll bring him in there. There we go. Okay. So we're going to be a little bit tired. But we're going to submit that team and see what we can do. Timoteo is going to play his first game. He is back from loan. I said I was going to bring him back. I brought him back. We'll give him number 18. Why not? Let's go. He was playing well out there in Sweden, but we need him. So we're bringing him back. Haircut and all, he's coming back. So we do have McGee in goals. Latkovic, Rocco, Jaguar, Nowinski, basically our starting defense. Timoteo on the left, Colin on the right. He had an excellent game, so we're going to give him 2 games in a row, see if he can do something. Going to bring in Jackson Amel for T-Bert, and we're going to have him play the ball-winning midfielder, see if he can do something. He's had 14 starts this year, 3 assists, 6.95 ratings, pretty good. Norman in as well, central midfielder, and then Jackson Amel and Senior up top. Senior still our leading goal scorer with 8. Toronto looks like they've got pretty much, well, maybe not. They got a little different lineup. Bono in goal, Garza on the left. 4 assists this year, 28 starts. Maceo, Mancia, Oro. So the rest of the defense is the same. Then midfield's a bit changed. Asario drops down to the midfield with his 5 goals to join Michael Bradley. Right on the left, Akinola on the right. Gerald's, F. Gerald's. Is that former president Gerald Ford? No, it's Francisco Giraldez. Whoa, where did this guy come from? He's suddenly a 4.5-star dude. Would be a superb signing, yeah. tell me something I don't know. Excellent flair, vision, composure, first touch, technique. Where did this joker come from? He came from Portugal, Sporting, for $4.2 million this season. He's only got 3 appearances, so it must have been a very recent acquisition. The trade deadline the foreign transfer window just closed. So it must have been a transfer that happened just recently. Yikes. Okay, so they got some reinforcements there. And then they got Hundle up top. So there we go. He's only got 5 starts this year. 1 goal, 6.6 rating. So he hasn't really done what I was hoping he would do when we traded him to Toronto. Anyway, with Altidore out now with like broken ribs or whatever, he'll probably be getting a lot more starts. So I guess that's good news. Sorry, Altidore. But anyway, I know many of you are anxious to avenge. Let us be Avengers and destroy Thanos, namely Toronto FC. Okay. Akinola, get out of here. Okay. Kickoff. So here we are. BMO Field, full of red and white. Should be a rocking environment. Oh, here comes the rain. It's a warm summer rain, though, so not so bad. Not so bad. They've already switched up a little bit. Have they? No. I don't see anybody who switched. Maybe Mansell and Mansilla flipped around. But Osario and Bradley flipped around. Interesting. Don't know why. Is Bradley better on the left for any particular reason? No, he's weak on the left foot. Very strong on the right. Osario, reasonable. Here we go. Jackson Amell with a free kick. Just wide. Bono makes a save, I guess. And they're going to start the counterattack with Hundle. If he scores against us, I will be somewhat upset. He does send one through. Gerald's scores. Wow. Wow, looks like their new high-priced transfer might be a little bit difficult to deal with. And, of course, it's started by Hundle. He makes a great pass here. Gerald's great touch, of course. And right between 3 defenders, places it perfectly. And there we go. We're down 2 goals aggregate. Boy. I tell you what, this season has been a bit of a struggle. After last year winning the Supporters' Shield and doing all we did with the national team, this year's been a bit of a struggle. National team, we've struggled, in the friendlies. And Vancouver has struggled mightily, especially recently. Here we go, Giguère on the attack. I guess our central defender's going forward. Jackson Amell with a shot. He had good power, just not quite on target. Toronto's got a few guys who are going to be tired by the end of this game. If they get Gerald's out of there, Geraldez, Geraldez? However you pronounce that. If they get him out of there, that would be wonderful. Might be having shots, but they're coming from long range. That's fine, I guess. How many shots we got? We got 3 shots, so it's not like we got 20 shots and they're all from distance. We only got 3, so let's not limit ourselves. Both teams are really threatening from long range. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. 2 minutes to extra time. This has not been a good half. They're just going to sit back and waste time. Seems that way anyway. Possession is pretty much the same, 50-50. Yeah, okay. So, you know what we're going to do? Tactically, we're going to go on the attack. Formation number 2. Don't have to make many changes. Colin doesn't really like being up there. What's his... He's at a 6.5 rating, so we can bring in Venuto. And that will increase our firepower exponentially. That should help us out. Let's see. Norman, fine. Yes. Dressing room. All right. Much better half. Let's go. That always works. It never fails. I expect to see a better half. Never, ever fails. Why would you choose anything else? It's the only way to fly. All right. We got the Jackson MLs in there again. Together, once again. But we need some highlights. We need to generate some offense. Here we go. Zlatkovic forward for Senior. Can't get there, but Jackson ML does bring it down. He shifts it forward for Timoteo. He crosses it. There's Senior. Slide tackles the ball in the back of the net. Timoteo making dividends already. We got our own sort of acquisition here at the end of the transfer window. I mean, he was already on our roster. He just came back from loan, but still, he's somebody they didn't expect. Senior, great slide tackle. Adds to his goal total. He now has 9 on the season. There we go. Even it up. We still need one more, but we're at least one step closer. 53 minutes, plenty of time. They're starting to get tired. Jackson Amel's a little tired, frustrated, 6.4 rating. Who do we got on the bench? We do have Hendricks on the bench. So, we can make that swap. We can bring... Senior has been playing target man, no problem. Hendricks, poacher, also no problem. Let's go. All right, let's give the shouts. Let's encourage. How will that do? I don't know. Uh-oh, here we go. Free kick from Geraldo to Garza. Back and forth they go. Let's spread out their defense. Spread out, boys. Cover some people. Osario, switch fields. Hundle misses the header. Thank you. Thank you. He already got that one terrific assist on us. Can't let him get like the game-clinching goal. Toronto's going to have to start making some substitutions here pretty soon. You got Oro at 61%, 6.5 rating. Come on, boys. Come on. Better job of doing what? Sean Hundle, okay. 82 minutes. Come on, we need something. We've only got 4 shots. Team instructions. Let's take off early crosses. I don't know. Come on. You can do something. Shouts. Push forward. Nowinski's been booked. Okay, get out of here. 91 minutes, 3 minutes of extra time. We got to get a goal here or it's over. Nowinski beats Lord Johnson. He actually fouls him. That's going to be a red card. Going to be a red card for Nowinski. I knew I should have took him out, but I didn't really want to. There we go. Brings us down to 10 men. So what do we do here? What do we do? Who do we take out? I don't know. Let's do what I absolutely never do. Just go 3 at the back, I guess. I mean, you know, there's a minute left, so there's not much we can do about it. Might as well keep all of our attackers on the field. All right, here we go. 1 minute to go. Final highlight. It's a goal or nothing. Bombs it downfield. Maciel gathers it in smartly. He's pressured, though. Gets the foul. Senior gets a foul. He's going to complain to the ref. Is he going to get a straight red for that? I don't think so. That would be uncalled for. No, he just gets a calm down. Just to calm down, my friend. 30 seconds to go. Oh, wow. He just blew the whistle. Toronto wins the Canadian Championship. So no Champions League for Vancouver next year. Not good. First time. I think we've won Champions League just about every year we've played, right? I know we've won it 3 times in a row. Simply put, not good enough. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oof. The curse of 2022 continues. I don't know. This is bad omens for the World Cup. Hopefully we get all of our bad play out now. And we start playing a little better later on. Yeah. Canadian Championship past winners. So, yeah, we won it 3 years in a row. So, 2018, 2019, we didn't win it. Toronto won it. And then we won it 3 times in a row. Look at... I mean, well, I guess we've all won it multiple times. Montreal's won it 3 times. Toronto has won it 8 times now. And Vancouver's won it 4. So that's, evenly split between Montreal, Vancouver, and then Toronto FC with the other half. So if we added ours together. But anyway. End of an era. Narinsky's suspended. Good for you. All right. Schedule. We don't really have anything else coming up except MLS playoffs. So we'll probably focus on that. We got to play Toronto again in half a month. Let's see. Canadian national team. Check out. Schedule is what I'm looking for. Schedule. So we got a friendly with Venezuela coming up in August. And then September we play Ireland. And then a couple of friendlies to warm up for the World Cup. I guess we'll worry about that. See, that's August. Anyway, we'll get to one of these matches coming up soon. So, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.